thanks for joining. This tutorial will be covering setting up the new Vive trackers in Unity. And I have one here. This is the device, and you'll need to attach it to a strap. I fashioned a strap out of webbing and attached it with a 1/4-inch diameter bolt. One thing to note, there's a button on the front and an LED at the top. On the back you'll see Pogo Pins, which can be used for attaching the accessories. You can also attach accessories through the USB port. One thing to note, the Y-axis direction is facing up towards the Pogo Pin at the top, which is different from what is in the documentation on the Vive's website. So let's go ahead and get started. First of all, download the SteamVR asset plugin as well as the Solid Earth VR. I have some materials and textures. If you'd like to use, you can download from the website, which will be in the notes. And so first of all, bring up your controllers. Make sure your controllers are all on. So we have our headset and controllers. So the next thing to do is to connect one of the trackers. So the first thing to do is to pair a controller, and you hold down this middle button until the blue light starts blinking, which it is now, and it's pairing, and then it turns green when it's paired. Sometimes it doesn't pair right away for some reason, but it is important the order that you pair them. So the first device that you pair will have the lowest device number. It will be device, start with device 3 and go 4 and 5. Okay, let's turn that off. Let's retry. Okay, it's paired. And then you can see, make sure that it says not okay. Make sure that there's a view from the base stations to the tracker. So go ahead and do that with the remaining trackers. I have 3 trackers in this case. Okay, now we have the 3 trackers paired. Okay, we start with a new project. We imported SteamVR plugin and the Solid Earth VR asset. Delete the main camera, go to SteamVR, prefabs, drag in the camera rig, create a plane. We'll rename this floor. And if you downloaded the Solid Earth VR Unity module, then you can drag in the floor to decrease the contrast on there. Let's create a capsule for the head. And let's add a component, the VR tracked object. And it's already set to HMD. Let's decrease the size of that object. And let's duplicate that. The first duplication will be the left foot, right foot, and hip. Left foot, so the ordering of the devices is dependent on the ordering that you attach your devices. So the first 2 are actually the base stations. Left controller, right controller, and then your first track device, second track device, third track device. So we have 3 devices attached, so it will use device 5, 6, and 7. And so for left foot, let's attach that to device 5, right foot, device 6, and hip is the third device, which is device 7. And then if you click on camera rig, there's this objects view, objects property of the VR controller manager. So just drag in these 3 objects. Let's go ahead and lock this down. Drag in these 3 objects. And the ordering is important. You want it ordered in the order that the devices were connected. Okay, the next step, let's just add a material to make it look a little nicer. Add the head material on the head, L material on the left foot, R material on the right foot, and hip material on the hip. And let's go ahead and move these a little bit. Let's bring the head up. right foot, and hit spring up a little bit. These are going to move. This initial position doesn't really matter because it will go to the exact position of the trackers, and this actually the head is connected to the HMD. So that's all we should need to do. Let's go ahead and push play and see how it looks. Zoom out a little bit. Here's my HMD. Let me go ahead and put that on and zoom out a little bit here. Have my controllers. I don't have my hips on. Let me go ahead and put that around my waist. And you can see that's all you need to do. Have my hand controllers in the front, my hip, and my left and right foot all tracking very good.